This side of my house is a little bit of a mess, and today I'm going to be turning it into a native shade plant oasis. It's mostly dirt, completely underutilized, and has kind of been the dumping ground for a lot of my garden projects. And for this project, I'm using Edge-Right metal edging, a product that I've been heavily influenced via my social media. The instructions are pretty clear. It says use a mallet, or at least pictures a mallet. I don't own that type of mallet, so I use just this regular hammer and then end up beating this piece of wood all to pieces, but it still works. You can bend this metal edging, and I will say for anybody who is going to bend it, take it slow. Once you bend in a kind of kink or crease, probably not going to get it out. So if you want a nice smooth bend, just take it nice and slow, bend little by little. Did have a little bit of a teeter-totter effect where I would pound in one end and the other end would go up, and then back to the other end, pound it down. And with these joining pieces, I will say don't do this, pounding it in with a piece of wood, or this, beating it in with a sledgehammer. Yeah, this, not good. I would take it nice and slow, gentle taps, slowly work it into place, and you will have no problems. And if you don't have one of these electric testers, definitely purchase one. I knew that this wire didn't go to anything, but nice to be sure. Okay, now my metal edging is in. It's just over a foot from the house right here. The edging is not for containing the plants or mulch. It's actually for containing a layer of rock that I'm gonna be getting and putting in here to keep moisture away from the house. Every other part of my house has a nice grade, some pretty steep away from the house, except this side. So this side I've tried my best, but hopefully this will help a little bit. So that'll be rock. And then outside the rock, that's the area that I'm gonna be planting. But you can see it's 11 right now. It's already in shade. The sun is going that way, west is that way. So this area is a pretty shaded area. This spot might be considered partial sun, part of the year, but most of the year, very shaded. And for my plants for this shade garden, I have actually been growing a lot of them this year. Sort of my start of a native plant nursery. A lot of failures, honestly, as I've kind of been experimenting with soil mediums, growing conditions, but I do have some that will work well for this. One of my kind of key plants is gonna be this arrowwood viburnum that was grown from a cutting. So putting that in there, and then I have some native strawberries that will do well, a whole bunch of sedges. Some people, maybe you've seen these and like, oh, what's this kind of grass-like thing? This is a sedge right here. This is the common wood sedge. And then I have also Cherokee sedge. I have some very small columbine as well that is looking a little iffy, but hopefully once it gets in the ground, it'll perk up. Partridge berry, zigzag goldenrod, early meadow rue. So I'm just gonna kind of be collecting from my own native plant nursery right now to see what I can put in there. This maple leaf viburnum is kind of the cornerstone plant of this planting right now. It's gonna be the largest one, reaching up to about 7 foot tall. And the area on this edge right here actually isn't all dirt. It's got a lot of grass. So I'm using cardboard to lay down to hopefully cut out some of that grass. And then one by one, adding my little plant plugs. I'm putting a lot of the lower growing plants actually to the back rather than the front of having kind of a stair step down, because I want those low growing ones to really fill in on the back and actually have kind of low in the back, low in the front, more of a sort of natural matrix planting. That's what I'm thinking. Now these ferns right here, I dug up in my woods, but actually I planted the ferns there, so they're being transplanted again and divided. And I hope to be able to get some more this fall from a family friend's property to add to this garden area. The sedge looks a little rough, but it'll perk back up. And in doing this planting, I realized why a lot of my native plants that I had been growing were suffering. These black pots heat up. The soil was noticeably very hot. So I've been cooking these little plants. So I'm gonna be moving them into more shade for this year and next year as I build out and grow more native plants. Since I had this pine bark mulch that I was experimenting with as a potting medium for my native plants, I went ahead and used it. I think it'll be nice to actually hold in moisture as these get established, and because this is sort of a woodland shade area, it'll create that richness that they would be used to having rather than this just dry, crumbly dirt. 16 species of native plants and 61 individual plants. A lot of plants for this space, but some are very tiny. So I'm out here looking at my project so far, and I'm loving it. I'm really loving it. I don't know if you kind of step back midway through and like, this is looking pretty good. And then that motivation drops off to actually finish it. I've got that going on right now, but the steps that I have left to do today, need to cut this, so this kind of goes flush, trim up all this cardboard that I laid down for weed suppression. I've got rocks to put in the back here. I got those in bags. If you're doing a big project where you're going to be using a lot of material like gravel, stone, mulch, compost, and you can get access to a truck, it's way cheaper to get it in bulk. We have one car. It is a small little SUV, and I'm stuck with bags for right now. So, but wish eventually love a truck. But this area right here is going to be a spot for a rain barrel. I'm going to be digging out a little bit more than a 2x2 foot area, putting down paver base, tamping that down, and building a platform to elevate the rain barrel. Originally, I thought I was gonna put a IBC tote in the space, but given what the height would have been and how close it would have been to, you know, kind of my electrical meter, I thought it better to put just a single barrel right here. Hopefully can finish most of this today. Now, it has been a week of 80-degree weather, even upper 80s. But my plants are all looking good, thanks to me being able to water them, the mulch, the shade, and hopefully this fall, once temperatures cool down, that these plants will take a lot of time to establish a good root system, and that this area will really pop in the spring of next year. So I'm excited to see how this gets established. Yes, you know, maybe it would have been nicer looking initially to have a lot of established fully grown plants. One, that would have been more expensive, and I didn't have them since I grew all of these myself. The fall is a great time to establish native gardens. As I said, they'll take time to get their roots established and really pop the following year. So if you want to get something like this established, now is a good time. This is the second or one of many of my shade gardens on my property. This area being the other one, or mainly, I mean, it's a wooded area that I have just been clearing out all the invasive species and reintroducing native plants, and even watching native plants in the seed bed that have been crowded out slowly reemerge. So this has been a fun project of this restoration of this area over here. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, be sure to leave them in the comments. If you made it this far, I think you liked the video, so I would appreciate a like. Subscribe if you haven't already. My name is Tyler Lloyd, and I wish you the very best. See you later. Bye.